What if you could give your brain a complete workout, sharpen your focus, and lower your stress levels, all while creating something beautiful? Well, today we're diving into an instrument that's not just for making music, it's one of the most powerful tools out there for cognitive fitness.
Does any of this sound familiar? In our crazy, fast-paced world, these feelings are pretty much the norm. We're all looking for that next life hack, right? That new app, that trendy wellness practice, anything to get an edge and maybe, just maybe, find a little bit of peace.
But what if the answer isn't new at all? What if it's been hiding in plain sight this whole time? Something with this incredible history that manages to combine art, science, and pure emotion into one single, powerful activity. That's right, we're talking about the piano. Now, you might think of it as just a hobby or something for recitals, but learning to play is honestly one of the most comprehensive workouts you can possibly give your brain. I mean, the benefits are just staggering, and they all build on each other. Think about it. The discipline you need to improve your motor skills, that also sharpens your concentration. The stress relief you get from playing, that makes it way easier to stick with it. And all this activity is literally building a stronger, more resilient brain by forging new neural pathways. It's incredible. So it sounds a little too good to be true, doesn't it? How can just pressing keys on a piano translate into such a huge range of cognitive and emotional rewards? Well, the magic is all in the mechanics. See, playing the piano isn't some simple, isolated task. It is a full-body, full-brain symphony of coordinated action that engages your mind in a way that almost nothing else can. Okay, take a look at this. This image shows us just how much of the brain gets involved. Your eyes are reading the music. That's the visual cortex. Your ears are processing the sound you make. Boom, auditory cortex. Both of your hands are moving independently, guided by the motor cortex and the cerebellum. And then you've got your prefrontal cortex tying it all together with emotion and artistic expression. It is a total neurological workout. Neuroscientist Robert Zatorre really put it best. He said, there is no other activity that activates the brain more than music. Just let that sink in for a second. Out of everything we can do, solving complex math problems, playing sports, anything, nothing lights up the brain as completely as music does.
Even playing a single note is this sophisticated, lightning-fast process. Your brain sees a symbol, translates it, figures out which hand, which finger, which key, and sends the command. You make the move and instantly get visual and auditory feedback, which starts the whole cycle over again, all in a fraction of a second. It's an unbelievably rapid and complex mental exercise. And look, this isn't just some cool theory. This powerful brain-building effect has some really profound real-world applications, especially when it comes to development and therapy.
It all starts really early because, as it turns out, music and language are deeply connected. The very same skills a child uses to recognize rhythm and melody are the ones they need to understand the sounds and structure of language. You could almost say music is a natural bridge to learning how to speak and read.
And yet, a lot of parents feel like their kids aren't getting enough stimulation in this area. In one study, almost half of parents felt their child's language development was only partial, and very, very few, only 4%, rated it as high. This really highlights a gap where tools like music education could make a huge difference.
But the piano's impact goes even deeper. For people with neurodevelopmental conditions like ADHD or autism spectrum disorder, music offers this incredible, structured, and nonverbal way to grow and communicate. So first, let's just quickly touch on ADHD. As you probably know, it's a disorder defined by challenges with things like attention and impulse control, which can really affect learning and social interaction. Well, the structured nature of learning piano, where you have to focus on these short, achievable tasks and you get immediate feedback, has actually been shown to improve attention skills. The discipline it teaches helps with impulsivity, and playing music with others can build those really crucial social and emotional skills. And for individuals with autism, the piano can become this predictable, safe, and really rewarding world to explore. I love this quote from Manuel Ibanez, who created a special piano method. He says, "For a child with autism, the piano is an infinite ladder for overcoming fears and new challenges." And methods like his, called Piano Tea, show exactly how this works. It adapts the piano for visual learners. It uses simple color and number systems on the keys and the fingers. This completely bypasses complicated musical notation and makes the instrument immediately accessible as a tool for communication, focus, and, a sense of achievement. So, after seeing all the science and the real-world applications, what's the big takeaway here? What's the main theme?
I think it's this.
Playing the piano is so much more than just a hobby or a pastime. It's a direct investment in your cognitive health, your emotional well-being, and your brain's amazing ability to adapt and grow for your entire life.
So let's just quickly recap. First, we've seen that playing the piano is a truly unique full brain workout. Second, it gives you cognitive and emotional benefits, whether you're 8 or 80. Third, it's a powerful tool for early language development. And finally, it offers real, tangible therapeutic benefits for conditions like ADHD and autism.
Which leaves us with a pretty big question to think about. If we know that music is this powerful, and that it can fundamentally reshape our brains for the better, shouldn't we start seeing it as just an extra and start treating it as an essential part of education, therapy, and just a healthy life?